Friends, in the last period we have started the new topic, that is topic number 4, the interaction of electromagnetic waves with the matter. In this topic, first of all, we have studied about the different types of boundary conditions. In that, we have discussed about the boundary condition B bar, E bar, D bar and H bar. These four boundary conditions we are going to study in this topic. So, in the last lecture, we have studied a very important boundary condition, that is boundary condition for the magnetic induction B bar. In the today's lecture, we are going to discuss one more important question may be asked on, that is derive an expression for a boundary condition for the electric displacement vector D bar. And for that D bar, first of all, we have to draw the similar diagram for the boundary condition, say B bar. That is B bar having a same diagram as the D bar. Only difference is that in the D bar we have to boundary condition B bar we have to discuss here, that is normal component is a unit vector is a n1, and here the component is B bar की जगह क्या यूज करेंगे यहाँ पे D bar. Now here B1 बार की जगह D1 बार आएगा और D2 बार की जगह B2 बार की जगह D2 बार आएगा. Only change is that now here N1 and N2 are the unit vectors, D1 and D2 are the electric displacement vectors, H is the height of the pillbox, and here pillbox shaped surface is separated by the two medium in between the interface, say medium 1 and medium 2. Here S1 dash is the first, S1 is the first surface at the topmost position, S2 is the surface at the bottommost position. S1 dash and S2 dash are the two surfaces. When the height of the pillbox we have to consider, say H, and in this case we have to use a first what we have to say, that a Maxwell's equation, that is divergence of D bar is equals to rho. We have to know that first Maxwell's equation, that is divergence of D bar is equals to rho. Here this is the divergence operator and D bar is called as an electric displacement vector and rho is a density here. Now integrating equation number say 1 over the pillbox shaped volume. Now we have to use the formula for the integration here. Integrating both sides with the pillbox shaped volume is considered as say V. Here we have to say that volume integration of divergence of D bar into dV is equals to volume integration of rho into dV. Means we have to integrating this equation over the volume of the pillbox. We have to apply the integration, say volume integration. Now this equation is considered as what? Equation number say 2. Now we have to transform a volume integration on the left hand. We have to transfer the volume integration on the right hand side here. Transforming in volume integration of RHS, into the surface integration. This volume integration we have to transform into the we have to consider here, say transform volume integration of right hand side into the surface integral by the Gauss divergence theorem. We know the Gauss divergence theorem, that what we have to say, that volume integration can be transformed into the surface integration. This is the property we have to use for by using the Gauss divergence theorem. Now applying the volume integration Gauss divergence theorem to the right hand side term. So volume integration of rho into dV is equals to what we have to say, that this volume integration can be transformed into the surface integration. So surface integration of over a closed loop, that is over the surfaces, is equals to d bar dot n bar into ds, is equals to d bar dot n bar into ds. Now it gets that what we have to consider, this is volume integration can be transformed into the surface integration. So that is volume integration of rho into dV is equals to surface integration of d bar dot n bar into ds. Now first of all we have to consider the right hand term here, divergence of the electric displacement vector d bar dot n bar into ds. Here we have to consider this is the over a closed pillbox, and now pillbox having four surfaces we have to consider here. First of all, we have a topmost surface is say S1, bottommost surface is say S2. Due to that, we have some integral at the top of the cylinder is pillbox surface, and integration for the bottom of the pillbox surface. And here the walls of the pillbox also we have S1 dash is the one of the above the medium interface, above the media interface we have to consider say S1 dash, and below the interface what we have to say that medium 1 having S1 dash also of the integration, and S2 dash is for the medium 2 or interface below that what we have to consider say S2 dash. Now integrating this equation for every surface, that is surface integration, this is the surface, first one is say S1, surface integration of first component is what we have to say that d1 bar into n1 is the unit vector into ds, what we have to consider say ds1, or we have to write that say ds1 here. Now another what we have to say that bottommost surface having the displacement vector is what we have d2 bar dot n2, in normal unit normal vector is say n2 into surface is what we have to say that ds2, and the contribution between the walls, this is say S1 dash and S2 dash. This is having one more formula, that is surface integration of say d1 into n1 ds1 dash and d2 into n2 ds2 dash, but the contribution for walls of the integral we have to say vanish, because what we have to say that as the height of the pillbox is reduced, what will happen that height of the pillbox is reduced, so S1 is comes here and S2 is also comes here. So medium 1 and 2 becomes at the interface, and so the area of the pillbox is considered as say capital A. So contribution for the walls of the pillbox we have to consider H tends to what? 0. As the height of the pillbox is 0, if the height of the pillbox is 0, what will happen that is surface S1 and S2 comes at the interface. So area of the pillbox becomes A. Now surface charge density is nothing but what we have a sigma, that is we have to say that a charge per unit area, that is we have to consider say rho upon say dA, and charge density per unit area, that is surface charge density is denoted by sigma. Rho is the charge density. Now rho is equals to sigma into dA. Now integrating both sides, rho into dV is equals to say sigma into dA, and this can be put in equation number say 3. What we have to get that contribution shall be vanishes. So remaining terms are surface integration of d1 bar into n1 bar ds, plus second term is what? d2 bar into bar ds1 bar here, and this is what we have ds2, and over the surface what we have to, this term can be substituted as a sigma into dA. Sigma into dA here substituted, equation number say 4. Taking the surface integral, we have to both side what we have to get that surface integral, taking surface integral, now d1 bar and n bar is the displacement vector and unit vector are the constant. Surface integration of ds1 is considered as say s1, ds2 having surface integration is say s2, and dA having a surface integration is considered as say a. As but s1 is equals to s2 is equals to what we have a. If the height of the pillbox goes on reducing, what will happen that s1 and s2 becomes say a. So substitute the value s1 is equals to s2 is equals to say a. It gets that this s1 and s2 we have to replace by a, and that is equals to say sigma a. Taking a as the common in the both side, and it can be vanished, a can be cancelled with a. So remaining terms are d1 bar into n1 bar plus d2 bar into n2 bar is equals to sigma. This is the final condition, final boundary condition for the electric displacement. Here sigma is the surface charge density when d1 and d1n and d2n are the component of electric displacement. d1n and d2n are component of electric displacement. d1n1 and d2n are the component of the electric displacement we have to consider here. And in the two medium of the normal of the interface, we have to consider, say, n1 bar. And normal component of electric displacement is not continuous across the interface and charged by an amount of equal to the free surface charge, surface density of the charge at the interface, and this is called as a boundary condition for electric displacement vector. I think this is very important boundary condition. Similarly, what we have a boundary condition for B, we have to discuss in the last lecture. Here only we have to use a boundary condition for electric displacement. Only changes that in the boundary condition for magnetic induction, we have to use the first Maxwell's equation. Sorry, second Maxwell's equation, that is divergence of B is equals to 0. Here we have to use that displacement vector, that is divergence of d bar is equals to, say, rho, and from that we have to applying Gauss divergence theorem, and these terms can be expanding. Finally, we have to get that d1 bar into n1 bar plus d2 bar into n2 bar is equals to, say, sigma. This is the boundary condition for the electric displacement vector. This is very important. Write down everything. This is very important. Question may be asked on that. Explain the boundary condition for the electric displacement vector, say d bar. This is the question. Question may be asked on that for 10 mark. And many times we have nowadays we are going to discussing about the multiple choice question. So this equation is important. Divergence d bar dot n cap n bar plus d2 bar dot n2 bar is equals to sigma. This condition is important for a displacement vector. We have to remember. Thank you.